Hey, welcome back to The Whisper, Season 2.
Yes, we're here for season 2.
Yeah, this is Gloria,
I'm Britt.
and we are back from our hiatus.
Yes, it was a crazy time.
We needed a break, but we're coming back and things are much more in alignment. So, if anyone wanted to update, here it is. We're doing better, much better.
Very much better. I moved. I'm out of my old house or my parents' house now. So now I'm in my own space.
Mm-hmm.
And now me having I believe peace is gonna start to feel kind of different already.
Tell them what else manifested in that time.
Okay, so what else manifested? Because remember in season 1, I was crying over not having a new job.
Mm-hmm.
So I now have a new job where I'm home every day and I make good money a year.
Yes, everything she wanted, she got, y'all.
And I even got one day of the weekend off.
Hey.
I know, right? Like the Lord is working. The universe is working, y'all. I don't want to be one of those girls, but it's working. The manifestations, because I remember it was months ago. I was like manifesting that I just want. First of all, it was the cutest manifestation, but it was very specific. I was like, I want a job where I can come home every day. I'll have time to spend with my fiance and my soon to be stepdaughter, and to be able to just really bond with them. And then I said, just make it work for me though, because she's mostly over for the weekends, and I will work during the week, and he works during the week too. But I was just like, just make it work, and here we are.
Mm-hmm.
I now work. I actually do the same exact thing, still in trucking. I still work overnight, but just 2 different days off. And I'm home every day.
And it's close.
It's close. It's 20 minutes away, y'all. I'm not traveling an hour and 30 minutes anymore to get to work. So I'm happy.
Yeah, so things are working out, and it's awesome. It took time. She was a bit impatient, y'all. Y'all remember those of you who are on my side, but it's okay.
Yeah, I will say my lesson when I started trucking, my lesson has always, or that time, it's always been patience. And I think I've had to learn that due to me having the traumas of always having to do something myself and not wanting to wait on anybody else. So I can definitely say that that's something there that I was like, all right, my lesson of patience has been the same for a couple of years now. Since when did I start trucking? 2023? Yeah. So we're in now 2025. The lesson is still patience for me. And I will say I'm learning every day, even though I will say I have definitely become more patient with people, opportunities, my job, YouTube. But yeah, that's the lesson. I'm still trying to navigate that. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now.
Yes, props to you, girl. Cause
yeah, we got
here. And for myself, mentally doing much better. Not depressed anymore. Given the recent losses, even though we just had another loss the other day. But this was a loss of a furry friend, unfortunately. So rest in peace, Jack. We love you.
Little Jack.
Yes, my little Jack baby.
Yeah,
he wasn't mine, but he was
right.
He was
no,
part of the
we still
family.
grew up with. We grew up with Tyler. We grew up with Jack.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Sending love
Yeah.
and peace to Tyler, because
Yes,
that was a big figure in his life, especially to us too.
Yeah.
It's going to be very weird when we go there.
I know it's a whole new adjustment for real.
Yeah.
To just go there and him not be there. It's like, where's my little nigga? Where he at?
All right. Where's Jack? Where is Jack?
Right.
So,
but so processing that still, but other than that, things have really mellowed out for me, emotion wise, and I'll say it's because I've been really understanding that this time period of my life is for really accepting my intuition about people and about certain situations and not trying to force it to be something else. Then then it's also really about my relationship to the masculine, honestly, like how my relationship is with men in my life, men who have been friends, men that I've been in relationships with. It's just I had to really reanalyze that, and I feel like right now I've not even right now, for the last year,
Mm-hmm.
this whole year of 2025, it's been about reestablishing how I want to relate to them, my relationship to them. It's like I don't need to be the caretaker. I don't need to be the one to hold everything down. Like I deserve reciprocated energy, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
for real. I don't have to be the one to fix everything. So I've accepted that. Things have been moving good. And honestly, I'm just ready to jump into season 2. And
Okay.
that takes us to our topic of this season. So, this episode really was just to give you guys a quick recap and then just to let you know what's in store. So, this season is really going to be about what our parents didn't teach us,
Yes.
what we had to learn on our own. And from my end, this is not a shot at my parents or anything. This is just when you grow up and you get into this freaking adulthood life, you really see like, oh, well, there's some gaps here and shit that I did not fucking know and no one
Mm-hmm.
prepared me for this. So for my parents, they did their best to teach me as much as they could, but there are some things that I wish I was told.
Mm-hmm.
So, hence the title, Things Our Parents Didn't Teach Us.
Yeah.
And Brittany, what about for you? What's
For me, I believe season 2 is gonna tackle things that my parents did and ways I had to grow up very young and just a lot of facing abusive things and traumatic things.
Mhm.
So I think that is basically what the season is going to be for me. So I will say a trigger warning because we're talking about neglect and
Mhm.
abuse, not physical abuse, but a lot of mental
Different
abuse.
types.
Yeah, a lot of mental abuse, a lot of my parents, not one but two, dropping the ball, and then me being lucky enough to have my grandmother to step in and to do certain things for my sister and I. But in the beginning, it was just me. So
Yeah,
there's
so
there's so many stories. I am 30 now. There are so many stories that I could tell that could probably take up a book. And this season, I'm gonna touch on multiple stories of what has happened when it happened, and it won't be just like my mother. It won't just like it won't just be my father,
yeah.
right? It's gonna go
So
back and forth about
right.
what they both have done, um, and to I guess face what that was head on. Other than because like I talk to my sister about these things all the time, but to now say it out loud where somebody is listening to
Yeah, like a
realize to
next
be
step in
like,
healing for you.
yeah, to be like, oh, like this really was like we laugh about it, but like that's not funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was like something
Right.
like
Traumatic.
serious.
So trigger warning for
Yeah,
those about this season. We're going to get much more in depth about things that we've been through,
yeah,
and just take it at a so slow,
yeah,
slow pace. Sorry, the word was not coming out.
yeah. Like I hate to say it, we'll probably talk about the love of a mother. Like what is that to you,
Mm-hmm.
and what is that to me?
The love of a father.
The love
What
of
is
a
that to
father.
you?
Right. And what is
Mm-hmm.
that to me?
And how we have gotten through our lives with the cards that we were dealt.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. So like I guess a little bit from me, not to go into like the whole season, but to a little bit from me is that like when I was very young, my parents ended up separating, which I think it was the best, but at the same time, I think I truly do believe my father should have stepped in a little bit because my mom is a little different in how her thinking is. And when I was younger, my sister got really sick and she was in the hospital for almost a year at one point, but still like in and out of hospital. And when she would be home in fifth grade, I would have to wake up at 5 in the morning to give a child that is maybe 6, 7, 8 medication. And I think to leave that on
Responsibility on
somebody,
a child is horrible.
why? All because you didn't want my like dad to know that one, we were home alone,
Mm.
and two, you didn't want my dad to be able to tell the court to have custody of us. And that's crazy. But also,
Mm-hmm.
the point for that is because my dad wanted custody of Whitney and I, just not to pay child support.
Mm.
Right? So it was like, yeah, at a young age in 5th grade to understand that and then to have to really keep that quiet, I think is immense for uh, any 5th grader.
It is.
So yeah, so it's hard to think about. And those are the like stories that will probably be told. So, oh, it's okay. I mean, it's fine now, but it's like
Like you've
those
made
are
it through, but
hard.
yes, it is. It's very hard,
Those
and
are
you're
definitely
very
like
brave for, you know, opening up about everything and just
yeah,
take it at your own pace, like I told everybody else. You
yeah.
know.
Those are the just hard subjects to talk about because like it's always been just like Whitney and I.
Hmm.
There's never been like somebody else. It's always just been Whitney and I. So it's like it's hard to talk about that time, but also it's just like hard to think like I was really doing it at 5th grade. So, but yeah, so that's what like the season's gonna be about. It's gonna be a hard season, but I think it's ti time to definitely talk about those things out loud. So, I'm good. I may be crying a little bit, but like
And it's okay to cry.
I'm
Don't
good because
apologize for that either.
it's like I've what I'm talking about now, I have yelled at my mom for years about,
Hmm.
but to say it now in a space that's my own and
Hmm.
peace,
Hmm.
and not to hear somebody say, "Well, that's not true," when it
Hmm.
is
Not to hear someone's rebuttal, someone else's
right,
opinion about the trauma that you
right,
went through.
right. It's amazing. So now I can actually like face that and be like, "All right, well, this is what it is," right?
Hmm.
And like I get it. I definitely get it that my mother did the best she did with the tools she had. But I also feel as though she could have
Done
done
more.
better
Yeah.
at times. And I just felt like it was a lot of pride that stopped that. And it made me have to grow up in 5th grade. And I don't know
Too
about
soon.
you, but in 5th grade, growing up to be an adult tomorrow is crazy.
Fucking sucks.
Yeah. Because I look at my little cousins and my little sister who's 10,
Hmm.
and they're all wait, they're 11.
Hmm.
So I look at them and I'd be like, when I look at them, I'd be like, you look so innocent. And I've
Hmm.
wondered, like, did I look that innocent
Hmm.
in 5th grade? Like, getting up that morning, doing my sister's hair, putting out her clothes, making sure she ate.
Literally being the adult.
Yeah, I just wonder, like, did I look that young?
Hmm.
So like, yeah, that's a little bit of what the season's gonna be about. And a lot of people from high school and middle school don't know that side about
Hmm.
me. They just thought that I was just this girl that came to school and didn't
Just
talk to anybody or tried to be cool or whatever. And it was just like, no, I'm just like actually just
battling
really
a lot
going
of
through it
shit
at
in
home.
there. Exactly. You got other
Yeah.
shit to literally worry about.
Yeah. So like the times when I would go out or
Hmm.
anything, it would be like a rare occasion
Hmm.
because I would have to be home to take care of my sister.
Right.
So
I
like
get that. And for anyone else who's been through a similar experience, especially you, Brittany, I want you to know that you're very strong for getting through that. You're a kind person. You're a loving sister.
I think that that word strong is so odd a little bit
Mm.
only because like
It don't mean you had to be strong throughout the whole process. You made it
yeah, I just
through.
think it's so odd because like I don't feel like I was I personally don't feel like I am strong now.
You are.
I feel like I'm just dealing with whatever happens and it's always something.
And
I think that's what it is.
that's also another weird thing, the stigma around being strong. Like some people
Yeah.
when they say strong, I feel like they make it seem like, "Oh, well, it means that you've never broken down. You've never faltered." No, it's not what I
Yeah.
mean. I mean, you are here today. You're
Yeah.
still a good person. You still care about yourself. You still care about your sister. You've brought yourself into the
Yeah.
space, literally manifested the space that you wanted. You have a partner who is here with you. You have a wonderful dog who doesn't really like me right now.
I know it's
But
Theo.
regardless, it's like you've been able to get to this point, even
Yeah.
going through all of that trauma. That's what strong means. Through all of that, whether you broke down in the middle of it, whether you had to backtrack and move forward, you are strong. You've gotten through that.
I guess the stigma of saying that I'm strong makes people I feel like it makes just my opinion, y'all. It makes me feel like people think like, well, I can do this to her and she'll still make it out. And it's
No,
just like,
no. But you're strong, but you've established boundaries. You've
yeah,
established what you will and will not tolerate.
yeah. Because I tell my fiance all the time, I'm like, I am not strong. I am a weak woman.
Mm-mm.
Because I was like, don't do
No.
anything too crazy because I'm ready to head out now.
Mm-mm. No, I
So,
say, I feel that way about the word nice. It's just like, yeah,
okay,
I'm nice, but don't think that I'm just about to be tolerant of any and everything that you say to me,
right,
anything and everything that you want to do.
yeah,
I'm nice, but I'm not that fucking nice.
yeah, that's
So
true.
it's
I
like
get that, yeah.
so I feel like that's how you take the word strong. But what word would you have wanted? What would you thinking back right now as a kid, what word would you have wanted someone to say to give you that comfort?
Um,
Or would it not have been comfort? Would you have
I
wanted
think
something
I
else?
don't see it as strong. I just see myself as resilient
Yes.
because, like,
Well, you are resilient.
yeah, that's what I see myself as that. I don't see myself as strong because I always have in the back of my mind people are going through worse things,
Mm.
but also,
But
I,
this is your worst thing, and this is something that
right,
needs to be acknowledged. Acknowledge just
right,
the moment that you're in, and it's okay for other people to be going through worse. You
yeah,
know.
because I feel like people go through worse. I feel like mine wasn't more like a physical abuse thing; it was more
Mm-hmm.
psychological. So it was
Understand.
like, and I feel like both can be bad,
Mm.
but psychological abuse, I
It's
think, is on
equally as
another level
bad.
because
Yeah.
it takes a lot. Like the body can heal,
Mm.
but the mind
The
can heal, but
emotional,
it can also stay
yes, the
fractured.
emotional trauma that is implicated can
Right,
stay in the body too. Like the
right,
outside physical bruises can heal, but
right,
internally, you have to really unravel that. You got to dig deep to
right,
figure out one, where did this trauma go?
right,
How am I even expressing this trauma? How am I communicating about it?
right.
What areas of my life and what emotions am I displaying that are triggered from that? Like you really
Right.
gotta delve deep into yourself, and that shit is deep. It takes time, and it's hard
Yeah,
to even talk about it.
right. So now I'm at the age where almost 30, I'm 29. And I can now handle what's going on now, I guess, to
Mm-hmm.
really actually say it.
Mm.
Because like again, my friends my friends don't know what I was going through at home.
Mm-hmm.
Like I recently told Gloria that I was being abused when I was little.
Mm-hmm.
I recently told our friend Tyler, right? I
Mm-hmm.
recently told one of my friends like that I was too. But
And to
they
say
don't
that
know.
And to say that, like, and because mind you, you guys, I know if some of you haven't been here for season one, Brittany and I have known each other since high school.
Mhm.
And from outside looking in, seeing you in high school, you didn't seem like you were going through a lot. And I'm not saying that to be dismissive.
Mm.
I'm saying that to say, like, you would have never known what you were going through because you didn't give that energy.
Right.
You gave, in my opinion, when I was looking at you, you gave the energy like, yeah, I'm about my business. I'm about to go to class and we about to be in class.
Yeah,
And then when we
because
get in class, we'll have a conversation or two, but then we just doing our work. You get what I'm saying? Like you didn't give
right.
like even when just having a conversation, you didn't give like I need help. You didn't give I'm stressed. You didn't give I'm angry at the world. Like you didn't give none of that. And you
No.
really just held it in. And that's hard too.
Yeah, because all the time when I was like in school, I was
Mm-hmm.
just like, all right, I need to focus on whatever's going on outside. I don't like outside of school, but
Mm-hmm.
also I need to just be here, be present, do the work, and then
Mm-hmm.
like go about my business.
Right.
That was what it was,
I got you.
and a lot of people just didn't know that. So it's just like they just didn't know,
Mm-hmm.
and I think in when we had bio, we didn't have bio together. I wasn't in bio honors,
I
I
only
think,
remember a few
but
classes I've had
it
with
was
people. So
freshman year, and they did like our bio teacher made us watch this movie about the sick kid or whatever.
mm-hmm.
So I did a presentation on my sister. Like she didn't ask us to, but I told them
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, my sister has something like similar to this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do a presentation. And I think that's a little moment of when people were able to look in and see like, oh, Brit was dealing with
Mm-hmm.
something when she was in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
But like people didn't know what was going on in high school.
Right.
And I will say a big thing is like I'll let people know. I was held back in 5th grade, but it was before all my sister got sick and
Mm-hmm.
everything. I went to private school, and then private school wasn't doing it for me. Come to find out, they weren't teaching me right.
Mm-hmm.
I was held back in 5th grade, and I graduated our high school at 19.
Mm-hmm.
But at 18, a lot of people in high school were like, well, you're 18 now, you can do this, you can do that. And I was just like, I hear y'all, but that's not what's going to happen.
It's like you didn't apply it to yourself.
Yeah, I didn't, because like at the end of the day, again, I was growing up when I was in 5th grade. I was growing up the next day, and I didn't get to just be a kid.
Right.
So to see people be like hype about me being 18 at that time, I was more like self-conscious that y'all saw that I was 18, and I was how old was I? I was 18, but I was a junior in high school. I was more worried about people like putting two together that I was held back in 5th grade, because like graduating at 19, I just was like really embarrassed and nobody knew it. Yeah, because I was just like, oh, these people probably think I'm just dumb.
No.
So
I just saw you as a fellow student, like, yeah, we been through this shit together. Like, we graduating.
Yeah,
like we about to be done. Like, we made it through the trenches.
Well, I would say
like
there were like two different. There were two different crowds. There were people that I think were definitely worried about it. So that's why
I don't give a fuck about them. For real.
Yeah, that crowd was weird. I ain't gonna lie. That was weird.
We know who it is, but don't even have to discuss it. But still.
So that's why I was worried a lot about that, and then just worried about what was going on at home. Gotcha. So a lot of my like time in school was horrible for me. So
with me in high school, the main thing I was battling with was loss, depression, anxiety, and a lot of self-conscious issues.
And you know what's crazy? I would have never guessed that when we were in high school. Yeah, because like you always had a smile on your face. It never was like, oh, Gloria's having a bad day today. It was always Gloria has a smile on her face. Every day you came to school with a smile. I think the only time I didn't see you smile was, I think, one day when it was raining outside. Other than that, that was it.
Well, that's good. But no, I had transitioning into high school. I recently lost my grandmother, and my grandmother was basically my mother. She raised me, and I think I touched base on this story a little bit in season 1. But yeah, I was basically raised by my grandmother. I lived with her and my grandpa. They raised me from since I was a baby. Not going to touch base on my parents just yet, but the main focus of the story is I did lose my grandmother right before high school, and I had found her home when it had happened. So I was really dealing with the loss of a mother going into high school, and I didn't have the mother-daughter dynamic anymore, and I didn't have a relationship, really that close enough relationship with my dad or my grandfather for it to be like, all right, let's be happy going into high school. It was kind of just like, we're figuring this out on my own. Yeah. And I didn't know how to communicate that either with the adults that were in my life.
And that's rough. Like that's a people don't understand high school, for the transition from middle school to high school, it's rough.
It's already rough as it is.
Yeah,
so
it's
for you
already
to have
rough.
like a lot of life shaking circumstances, you know, it kind of just like, well, coming in with a little bit of extra baggage.
Right. And then when you like transition into high school and then you go through those 4 years, it's like a rush of growth as well.
You don't realize how fast it is, and then you don't. And for me, I didn't realize how fast it was until I'm looking back on it.
Yeah,
like,
that was a rough 4 years.
Not even half a decade of my life.
Yeah, that's what I was like, oh my god.
And it's just like, you know, I wouldn't go back and I wouldn't change it. I'm grateful for that time, but also it was kind of just at that point change after change after change for me.
Right.
Because it was like, okay, my grandmother passed. Okay, now I'm going into high school. And then even to start in high school, so for our high school, we had to do summer session.
That was kind of,
you go there during the summer. So we didn't even have a whole summer break. You go there during the summer and you kind of get acclimated with what you have to do during the school year.
It was 2 weeks, right?
I think it was 3 weeks. I thought it was 3 weeks, but who knows? It was over 10 years ago. But there were 2 different summer sessions, and I ended up being in both summer sessions instead of going into high school. Instead of graduating middle school, then going into summer session to meet the people that I was going to be close with in school, I went there for I think it was 3 weeks, because I went there for 2 weeks in one session, and then my dad took me to another camp my dad sent me off to camp, and then I came back in the end of the other summer session. So I was like, okay, now I'm meeting more new people. The benefit was I got to meet a lot more people. Both groups,
that was great, yeah.
But for me, it was an anxiety thing, because it was just like, okay, change after change after, like, nothing was consistent. Nothing allowed me to get solid ground in what was going on. So
You know what's crazy? Like, you talked about summer session, that triggered a memory for me too.
Oh, tell
Because
me, tell me.
even in summer session, again, I was coming out of middle school. I had to be an adult too because I think I forgot to bring some type of information up during summer session for my parents or whatever. And
For your parents, or
not
for
for
the
our parents,
school?
for the school from
Okay.
my parents. And they didn't drive me up there. I took the bus.
So you had to figure out how to get to school on your own?
I had to figure out how to get some type of information that my parents had that the school needed for me to start.
That's crazy.
And I thought that was a moment of like, I don't know. For me,
they not on their shit.
not that they not on their shit. Like,
okay, my bad.
To get to and from school was an hour and 30 minutes from bus from the northeast of Philly.
Yeah, man, I remember that transition. That route.
And I felt as though I sent the information they gave me. I don't know how. I feel like I'm being really confusing, but it was information the school needed, and they made me take the bus to go get that information. And it was like, this is probably something a parent should be doing. And even like the first start of high school, I was like, like grown, even though I wasn't grown here. Like, you know, I would realize like, oh, this is just something that I have to do, and nobody else is thinking about it. Like,
now, did you realize that then, or you just like looking back on it now?
Now that I look back on it, I realized that like, that was something that like somebody should have gave me a ride.
That they should.
I'm not gonna lie.
Your parents should have sent you to the school without you having to go. Because did you do it like on a school day, or it was just like
it was during. I was lucky enough to have the first session, so it was like after the first session was over, they needed some type of information, and I didn't have it.
And then you had to go back after that.
That, and I saw kids in the second session, but I didn't know who anybody was yet. But I saw people in the second session, and I was up there giving information that my parents should have been giving on a hot summer day. I was like, oh, okay. That like, yeah, that would make me think about it, because you said the second session, and I remember seeing people from the second session, and it was because of that.
It was weird though, because it was just like, I'm the new girl twice now.
Yeah, I understand that. Not once,
like,
but
yo, like everyone's
twice.
Already made their friends, and I'm just like, hey, now I'm here, and everyone was still really nice, so that wasn't a problem.
Because you don't know me. You should be nice. Like, what's your problem?
I'm happy that a lot of people in our high school was nice, because I've heard about some fucked up high school experiences.
I have to.
Just from student to student wise, not like you know, outside and parental issues and stuff. But so y'all, that was a little
wild time for us too.
For real. So I think, and I mean, let me know if we're good. But I think that's a good intro for what's in store really for season 2.
Yeah, season 2 is going to be a roller coaster.
We're going to hit the ground running, y'all. We're going to talk about
grab some tissues. Triggers.
Yeah, grab some tissues, and you know, honestly, this is a safe space. Everybody's trauma, everyone's past is to be acknowledged here. Yeah. So if there's anything that also you guys want us to touch base on that we said right now that you're like, oh yeah, go more into that, leave a comment. Yeah. If you've been through anything that we've been through, leave a heart, leave a like, or subscribe if you want to, you know, continue with our journey to help others heal.
Yeah, because our life isn't easy, and the whole reason for this podcast is to say what the whispers are the things that are whispering in your brain right now that like you don't even understand.
Whispering in your brain, whispering in your heart. I know some people might say, oh, whispers of the heart, what are you gossiping? No, this is not about gossip. No,
it's just about like where you didn't know and where you probably should have had support. Yes. And support wasn't there. Yes. But things now
that were said, things that you've said to yourself that no one knows. Like going through anxiety, going through depression, the whispers in your mind, the whispers in your heart. And it's just like, oh, I really don't want to do this. Or I'm really sad that I went through this. Or I'm really sad that I lost that person. Right. You know, the things that are inside that should have been shared, that you should have gotten help with healing. And not you should have it as in you should go. Someone should have been there for you. So we're here to be here for ourselves. And to be here for y'all at the same time. You know?
Right. And it's understand that it's not easy. because I'm pretty sure. No, I'm serious
the
because
end,
it's
no,
not
because the end
easy.
of season 1, y'all know.
Right.
We can still give
I will
advice
say
and
it's
still
not
be
easy
going through
because
it.
like even me saying what I had to say in season 1 about my parents, I got backlash from both of them. Well, no, just one of them immediately. But season 2, I think is going to be way more rough for them to hear because
It's a lot.
it's a
They're
lot, but also
involved.
they act like that didn't happen.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a rude awakening for a lot of people, and also this is
Yeah.
about us. This is about our
Yeah.
healing, and I'm ready
Exactly.
for it. I
Here we
literally was
go.
thinking yesterday, and I was just like, I'm just ready to talk. I'm ready to just let
I'm
it
just
out.
ready to. I'm ready to yap.
I'm ready to yap a little bit. Yes, we
And
are.
here we are. Peace and love.
Yep. And peace and blessings to everybody.
Peace and blessings.
Welcome to season 2 of
Season
the
2 of the Whispers.
Bye,
Yay.
guys.
See you next week.
Wait, can we do the clap?
We can do the clap. Oh my God. Bye, everybody. Bye.